We approach the animal. We want to let that animal know we're there. You can either start from behind if you're fairly comfortable, they're not going to hurt or kick you, or you can start from in front in your shoulder. But what I like to do is when I approach that animal, I just gently stroke their tail there just to let them know that I'm there. I'm not approaching them to scare them. I'll continue over their hip, and then I start to evaluate this steer for muscle. So I start here, I find his spine, and I just measure how wide and how deep that loin eye is. And so I got my hand over his ribeye there. It's pretty deep, it's pretty square, it fills my hand with a lot of circumference there. I'm going to continue that progression down his top, all the way up here into behind his shoulder. A steer with good meat animal shape will be just as wide just about all the time from here all the way into their shoulder. A steer that wants to sink in a little bit, or your hand starts to flatten as you go towards their shoulder, that's the indication that he probably doesn't have enough top shape, especially right in there behind his shoulder. But this steer's pretty good in that area. He's very deep and full in his loin. He feels my hand all the way back from the back side of his shoulder. And what I'm going to do there from there, I'm also going to handle for finish at that same time. So I'm running my hand down his top. I bring it right back over his ribs there. And as long as you don't pick up any ribs when you're handling that steer, that one's probably sufficiently finished. He's got enough finish on him to hopefully achieve a choice type grade or better. So again, start right here over their loin. You go gently down his top, right back over his ribs. You've done two things there. You've measured his muscularity over his top. You measured his degree of finish over his rib cage. You'll see a lot of judges come in. They like to poke and prod and grab the flanks of those cattle. I find that to be not as accurate of a measurement for condition and muscularity as well. Just one gentle full motion there, almost a C motion here over the top and through their ribs, and that should be sufficient in reading finish and muscularity in those steers.